It's been said for years. Critics, fans, even the musicians claiming that rock and roll is dead. I'm here to investigate just that. I'm Clarice Jones, and this is What's That Sound? Welcome to the first episode of What's That Sound? Today we'll be discussing the history of rock music and if it is indeed over and done with. Through the 50s, 60s, and the 70s, the art form found its place in popular culture, producing legendary artists like the Kinks, Pink Floyd, and the Velvet Underground. But then, as the decades end, music takes a different form. In the 1980s, that form was punk. The Ramones, The Clash, Black Flag, the Sex Pistols, different, dirty. The music was loud and inconsistent with hard-hitting drums and guitars that meshed together in fuzzy uniqueness. It was a generation's way of defying the man. And it continued. Until rock music became commercialized, unreal, almost phony. That's when Seattle came into the picture. Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, Pearl Jam. Like punk, this grunge movement evoked real emotions in youth. Just a bunch of kids scrambling for something tangible. This pattern continued into the 2000s, when rock was really about to end. The survival was thanks to bands like The Strokes and the Arctic Monkeys. What was special about these rock forms was that they came with competitors. Hip-hop got into the contest. Public Enemy, Tupac, NWA. They did what punk and grunge did, but with a different feeling, different instruments. The genres even mixed occasionally. But this was where things got hairy. Hip-hop starts reaching everyone, just like rock once had. And we've been in this battle for years, decades even. And now we question, has hip-hop taken over, strangling rock? Well, the answer isn't simple, especially when those who have created it start turning their backs. In a 2014 interview for Rolling Stone, Kiss's Gene Simmons says that 1958 to 1983 was music's pinnacle, as he could name hundreds of iconic musicians. He then goes on to say, the craft is gone, and that is what technology, in part, has brought us. What is the next dark side of the moon? Now that the industry barely exists, they wouldn't have a chance to make something like that. There is a reason that, along with the usual top 40, some of the biggest touring bands are half old people like me. Let's look at the facts. It seems that Drake as an artist tops them all. This being true, rock music still holds their place pretty securely. Even this week, Vampire Weekend's album, Father of the Bride, took #1 on Billboard's 100 list. They battle. Sometimes hip-hop wins, sometimes rock. But just because one wins doesn't necessarily mean that it's gone for the past. During the 2014 Brit Awards, while accepting the MasterCard Album of the Year, Alex Turner, the lead singer of the Arctic Monkeys, speaks on this.
I think the cyclical nature of the universe in which it exists demands it adheres to some of its rules. But it's always waiting there just around the corner, ready to make its way back through the sludge.
He goes on, this time putting the nail in the coffin for those who really do believe rock is over.
Yeah, that rock and roll. It seems like it's fading away sometimes, but it will never die. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Music as an art form is subjective. Saying that a genre is dead today means nothing, because there will always be kids sitting in their room listening to new punk, rap, and anything under the sun. So, in the words of Neil Young, rock